It sounds so cliche and silly, but no, it's 100% your mindset and your environment, what's around you.
You could be scared of everything if you allow yourself to be. You can be scared of NAR. You can be scared of the market.
One recipe is not for everybody.
We're really excited about this particular presentation. All the people that we speak with, it's almost like batting 1,000 with when I ask them the $1 million question, where do you want to be in a year? There's people that are new to the industry that they've never touched $100,000 in their life. They're getting into the space because they want to make some good money. They want financial freedom. They want to build wealth. And 100 grand always seems to come up. And then you have your experienced agents too, that maybe they were doing well for a long time. Markets change, things happen, and now they're not there anymore. And they want to get back to that point. 100 grand. It just always seems to be that magic number, which is why we really want to just kind of theme this as how to make 100 grand plus as a real estate agent, whether you've been there before or you haven't. It's just seems to be the magic number. Because I think once you hit 100 grand, I think everybody knows that, okay, now I'm doing it. I'm doing something right. If you're at that number, you can always get better and improve from there, but it's a nice number to be at and it can usually change a lot of lives too if you haven't been there before. So it's something we really want to key in. And today, it's really refreshing to be able to say with confidence that we have a system, we have a framework, we have processes in place that can almost guarantee the success if you put the work in, right? There's no magic or miracle pill. So what we want to accomplish today is just being able to share what it takes to make $100,000 consistently in real estate, no matter what the market's doing. It's very possible. We'll get cranking on this, and the visionary behind Vreeland Real Estate, $1 billion producer, Jordan Vreeland. How are you, sir?
I am great, Jason. Thank you.
How true is this statement? Anybody can make 100 grand in real estate. Anybody. You're licensed, right? But not everybody will. Is that a true statement?
Yeah, I think 100 it's funny because what do you want to make? Every interview is 100.
Right.
I knew that. I knew before you're going to say it was going to be 100. I get it. But yeah, mindset, environment. Like those two, we're gonna dig those, but it sounds so cliche and silly, but no, it's 100% your mindset and your environment, what's around you.
Right, and that's such a true statement. I can't wait to dig deeper into those two pieces those are both part of the foundation of what we're about to lay out. And we'll do a little exercise here. I'll just maybe give some attributes of the average agent, and maybe you can elaborate on the big money agents, right? And I think a lot of the average agents that we see, and maybe it's not by design and they don't mean anything, but they're always asking for the better leads. They want to work less and make more, which I think we kind of all do, but we also know that we have to put the work in. I think they play the victim a lot sometimes. They're always somebody else's fault. They don't try to get better every day. They're not trying to be a student of the game and always say, how can I do this differently? How can I get better? They're not coachable. They don't listen to constructive, criticism or feedback. And they're always, scared. I feel like they're just, you could be scared of everything if you allow yourself to be. You can be scared of NAR. You can be scared of the market. But I think, there's a lot of common themes there amongst the average agents. And if you can maybe shed some light on what the 100,000 agent attitude looks like.
Well, first, that image, that's like the prototypical image of an agent or a producer in general that's not glued in. Like that image is perfect. So I've seen that face a lot of times. So the other side, 100,000 plus agent, right? Not just 100 on the dot, 100 plus. There's agents that make millions of dollars, right? Agents can make a lot of money. But number one is coachable. Your discipline. And it's not so much discipline like I made 1,000 calls today. That's great. But are you working on your craft? Do you know what you're doing? Are you disciplined with your personal and professional life? Because they do intersect, especially in this business.
Right.
No mistakes. And if you did make the mistakes, just own it. So people struggle with that, but top producers, they just like in sports, man, top producers, a championship team, they're just going to say, hey, it's my bad, my fault. And someone lifts them right up like, all right, it doesn't matter. Next play.
Got it. And just to touch on some of the things that we see, why agents aren't making $100,000. And I think there's a misnomer that a lot of these things that you see here in front of us, right? Like leads, coaching, training, a lot of this stuff, you have to pay for it. And there's some of it costs, and I guess you get the different layers, but do you have to have a huge financial outlay to take advantage of some of these things that we're looking at in front of us?
No, I mean, depending what level of agent you're at. I just got my license. I'm about to get my license. I've had my license for 10 years. It all depends where you're at in the business. So it's not like one recipe is not for everybody. One game plan. A lot of times we'll get somebody in, a producer, and say, all right, where are you at? Okay, here's what you need next. You don't need everything. Like it's always like drawing up a play at a timeout. It's a blueprint saying, you're going to go X, Y, Z. That's all, because that's all you're going to attack anyway. But like if you're a new agent and I want to make 100, you don't even need leads. You don't. You need to role play, and you need to role play like crazy. How many times? Probably 4 to 5 times a day. And you need somebody honest at the other end. You need to, in the mirror, you need to go at you like one-on-one time with yourself. Then you need someone honest with you to say, hey, that sounded awful. Like, really? I would bring it back. Or that sounded terrific. That's very believable. Does that make sense? Have them ask you questions. But you need to study. YouTube is free. Watch podcasts. Look at the top producers. Just replay their information. If you're walking, if you're going to sleep, act like it's a final exam in college or high school. Like how much time, but that you just got to let it sit in there, and then you got to apply it. So like you could take CRMs and training, you could take all that, but you really have to work towards your craft first.